Hello, I'm Nathan, and this is my interview with some of the team behind the game Miska.
So my name's Victoria, I'm the director of Umbrella Party Studios and I'm also the lead designer on our game Miska. Started off initially as a student project. It was influenced a lot by games like Firewatch, exploring nature, wandering around forests, cleaning up after people and seeing what happens afterwards and that regrowth sort of thing. We took it from there and we started sort of building on that premise of exploring the environment and cleaning up and the regrowth of what happens when you clean up and get rid of all this rubbish. And so, yeah, we just started building from there. We are in Australia, so there's not enough Australian games, so we decided to set it here. It's what we know best. We always wanted to have a narrative, and so we decided to make the characters female because there's not enough women in games. Just to explore the sort of relationship between the character and her sibling. So yeah, that's what it's sort of grown from, and exploring nature and cleaning up and interacting with animals.
And I was curious to know what specifically Victoria does as a director and lead designer.
My roles and responsibilities vary throughout the week because I do bits and pieces of 2D art as well as doing the design. So I do level design, build things in Unity, implementing the sort of front end type of thing that our programmers have created. So our programmers have created some amazing ways of us being able to create cutscenes, and so create a cutscene camera. So I developed the cutscenes from their programming, as well as running the studio, so having to respond to different people contacting us. And we've been lucky enough to talk to like Wildlife Victoria, and also we started working alongside some Indigenous elders from our local community to be able to include some information about the Indigenous peoples in our game and some facts about their connections to nature and to the land. And so yeah, we're collating some information now and putting that together so then we can take that to them and get them to essentially have a look through and see what they are happy with and what they want us to include. And yeah, so it's a lot of wearing 50 different hats at once.
This then got me to ask the question, what led you into making games?
I have always loved doing creative things. Making games is something I never really thought it was a real job. I guess I came to games a lot later than most of the other people. I was in my late 20s when I started I changed industries. I'd worked in education for nearly 10 years. It was sort of being creative is something I'd always done. I'd always had little art projects and DIY bits and pieces and whatnot. And I love creative writing, but I never was really that good at it when it came to like writing a book. But yeah, I sort of started looking into creative industries and wanting to transfer out of education, and that's when I sort of started looking at the things I really love doing, like playing video games all the time. So yeah, I sort of went from there and decided maybe I could actually do this. And yeah, it just sort of grew from there. I would love to release Miska early next year. And one thing I'd love to do is start releasing more games, probably smaller, really like expanding on our social media and showing what the games industry is like, and trying to encourage students as well join the industry. I'd love to have students come on board and give them an opportunity to be able to add something and be able to also add something to their resume and be a reference for them and get them in there. Yeah, I want to bring out a lot of games.
PAX is a very exciting event, especially for indies, and I was keen to hear some of the highlights.
I think the thing I've enjoyed most is meeting everyone and seeing how excited people are. And I don't know, it's one of those things making an indie game, especially in COVID, where you don't get as much like face-to-face contact with people. You don't hear whether or not they like it and what parts they love about it. And so you sort of come to these events and go, oh, I hope they like it. And then you see people just like lining up to play it and just being like, oh my God, I need to add this to my wish list. And you sort of, it makes you feel all warm and gooey and whatnot, because it's just, yeah, it's that sort of thing that you'd hoped all along from sitting in your office or your living room or whatever, typing away on your computer. So yeah, sort of seeing it come to life is really sort of like, it's really magical.
I also got a chance to talk to Celeste, who's in charge of marketing, and was able to ask her some more specific questions. Firstly, of course, how does one go about getting a booth at PAX?
First, you have to wait for packs to open up the applications, and this was like a month-long wait because we knew like around the time it was going to happen. So it's just me refreshing, and then on Twitter just like checking packs to be like, hey, applications are open. So once they're open, we apply, wait for the approval. Vic gets the phone call, and yeah, once we get approved, you got to pay for it. It's a bit costly, but you know, got to get the game out there. And then once you're approved, there's a lot of processes where they have deadlines you need to meet. So you got to make the graphic up here, make sure it's like not pixelated. Yeah, get the website ready for it all. And then, because I do AV tech stuff as well, working out the equipment we need on the day, ensuring that we have everything. Yeah.
So aside from all of that during PAX season, what does a role in marketing entail for a game like Miska?
With Miska itself, I would usually sit within the prototype of the game, go through it, see if there's anything that's like unique that I can share on Twitter, like any funny moments, any glitchy stuff. Record it, maybe a screen cap, and just post it on social media. Every now and then, like I go through the calendars of see what's like happening throughout the year, like the World Dog Day. We've got a dog in the game. Hello. Yeah. So we put that in. Yeah, so it's mostly what we do on like Twitter and stuff. Every now and then, might retweet an indie studio that we support. I love a few. Wayward Strand out there. Hello. Yeah.
What has your experience been like working on Miska?
I love just working with the team, just like seeing the game from what it started out to like getting a lot bigger. Having a lot of people like even playing the game right now, it's really enjoyable to hear their feedback and like having them say they enjoy the game, because we're just in development right now. We don't know if people will like our game, sort of thing. We're like haven't had enough playtesters to even come in to play the game. So just seeing people come in today at PAX and enjoying it, it's really helpful, love the feedback, and it's just nice to see that our hard work's paid off.
And finally, what do you hope to accomplish going forward?
I want the game to release. It's been in development for like 2 and a bit years. It just needs to get out. Yeah. Just release, and then some sort of success. We're not like, if it's not as successful, we've still made a release. That's our biggest goal. And yeah, hopefully continue on to make more like really cool games. Like Miska, maybe different, who knows, we'll see where we go. Yeah.
And to finish us off, here's Victoria letting you all know how you can stay updated with the game and where you can find it on release.
Yep, you can check us out on Twitter. It's at Umbrella Party Co. Check us out look us up on TikTok as well. I'm going to start posting more TikToks, so you can all come and laugh at me on that. Yeah, check us out, add us to your wish list on Steam. So yeah, we're really trying to get more people to wish list on Steam, so then we get a good idea of how many people are interested. So, and eventually we'll be popping the demo up on Steam, so keep an eye out for that.
If you're new to my content, then be sure to follow along, as I've got 3 other developer interviews lined up for release, as well as an overall PAX 2022 video. That's all for now, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.